Let's go.
Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition on Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS users and Google Play for Android users to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its Community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarcito emoticons are also available on our Community Viber. Just click on the link in this video to join.
My idea of a perfect Christmas is to spend it with you in a party or dinner for two. Anywhere would do. Celebrating the Yuletide season always lights up our lives.
Hello everyone and Katribu. My name is Dina Ventura.
I'm Jojo Silvestre.
Welcome to
Tribune Now Spotlight. Dina, today we have a very special guest. Someone, I guess, whom everyone knows. Every Filipino who loves Christmas. And it's almost Christmas. That's why he's here with us today.
Yes.
Our guest today has touched generations of Filipinos because of the timelessness of his songs as they speak about love and inspiration. Known as the father of Philippine Christmas music, his Christmas in Our Hearts reached triple platinum status when it was released in 1990. This eventually earned the double Diamond Record Award in 1995 for selling over 20 million units. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, he's of course a good father, a good husband, and
businessman.
Yeah, a successful businessman. May I present to you Mr. Jose Marie Chan. Good afternoon.
Good
afternoon. Thank you. Thank you very much for guesting me. Dina and Jojo, thank you. Thank you.
How are you today? It's pandemic.
It's raining and you just came from the office, so...
Yeah, I apologize for being late.
No problem. I will wait for you forever.
How have you been doing?
How have you been?
Yeah.
Well, I keep myself busy during this time of the pandemic. I go to work every day. I spend about 2 hours in the office, 2 or 3 hours. We run a skeletal force.
Oh.
Some of the employees come in on Mondays, some Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and then the rest of the time they work from home.
Do you have time to sing and compose and?
You know, to be honest with you, I haven't sung in more than 6 months, in more than 7 months. And as far as songwriting is concerned, I was telling my friends that I'm going through a period of drought.
Oh, that's too
Yeah.
bad.
I haven't come up with a new song. So at most, they have urged me to revise the lyrics of my old songs to fit the times that we're in, the pandemic. So that's the extent of my songwriting activities.
But maybe we're getting you out of that today. We hope to inspire you. But to talk about music,
Yes.
how did you become interested in music? Was it something that you were exposed to at home?
Good question. As far back as I remember, Jojo, 5 years old, I was already singing along to the songs that I would hear on radio. In Iloilo at that time, we didn't have television yet. Television didn't go to Iloilo until the 60s. So listening to the radio, I found myself singing along to the songs. And then the movies that I watched, Gene Kelly singing, I'm singing in the rain.
Yeah.
I'm singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. I'm happy again. I felt connected to music. From the time I was, 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, I remember there was a song that my yaya used to sing. 7 lonely days and 1 lonely night. And I was connected to music from as far back as I can remember.
Wow. And you also composed your first song at age 13, I read somewhere. So music has
Yes.
always been a part of your life. And I'm wondering...
And I give credit to my maternal grandmother. My maternal grandmother hailed from Cebu. And as you all know, Cebu is one rich, singular source of music,
Yes.
balitaos, and so my Lola would be singing very often. She would sing me to sleep, and I was exposed to the beautiful Cebuano balitaos that have become part of my growing up years. And so, yeah, that's where it all came from. That's where it all began.
Talagang deep into the childhood roots.
Yeah.
No? Galing. Did it ever, was it ever a problem for you when it came to your studies or business or getting into the business? Was that something that your parents were against, for example?
No, they were never against my music. As a matter of fact, I think my parents were proud that at 9 years old, I already sang on radio. And, at 13 years old, I was a Sunday radio disc jockey, only on Sundays. The radio station was called DYHF, an AM station in Iloilo. And one thing led to the other. I was a DJ. I would turn on, or what do you call it? Turn on the station at 6 o'clock in the morning. I had a show called Junior Morning Chirper.
Oh.
Initials JMC, as in my name. Junior Morning Chirper. And then I had another show called Dear Joe Marie, a request and dedication show.
When you were at
People would-
13?
Yeah, 13.
Wow.
and people would send in the requests, and I would read them on the air. This song is dedicated to so and so. Requested by Jojo Silvestre. Yeah, I want to go back. Oh no! Can you still see me?
I can see you. We
you're
can
very
see
clear-
you.
Very clear.
Yes.
I did something, and my daughter's not here anymore to help me.
But
It's all right.
it's all
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I can
yeah.
see
As
you.
long as you can see me, it's okay.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
All right. Where was I?
The
It's a
radio.
countdown.
Yeah.
Late afternoon of Sunday. It's called Platters on Parade. Why platters? In those days, records were like platters, like
Yeah.
platito,
Plaka.
Yes, the-
Plaka siya.
placa, platters.
Yeah.
So platters
Oh,
on
no.
parade, a countdown, number 10, number 9, number 8, until you get to song number 1, you know? So platters on parade, and the initials were POP, as in pop music, pop song.
Wow.
Platters on parade, POP.
Did you think of those names yourself, or it just
Yes,
happened to be?
I did. Because I didn't want to call it Hit Parade, because the radio stations in Manila, they all had, DZMB Hit Parade
Okay.
or whatever. So I didn't,
You want to call it that, or
yeah.
Okay.
You know,
So even Junior Morning Chirper, I thought of that, JMC.
Yeah.
Junior
Initials.
Why, Sunday morning, good morning, like a bird.
yeah. Yeah. You know, that early, you were exposed to good music, both in terms of melody and the lyrics. Yes. And people love your lyrics as well as your melody. What do you want to tell your listeners, your audience?
Yeah. Okay. A good song is a good marriage of words and music. Okay? So, so they should flow together. Words and music should flow together, That's why I believe not only in rhyming, but I also believe in alliteration.
Yeah.
And, because that's what makes a song catchy, and that's what touches people's hearts.
Right. How do you compose a song? I mean, what's your process? Does the melody come first, or the words come first?
Yeah, it's usually melodies first. The melodies would come to me, and I would live with the melodies for a day or two, sometimes weeks. And there have been occasions when it took months. Okay, and when the melodies come, and I try to imagine what I would like to say in that melody. Is it a sad melody? Is it a sprightly, happy melody? Is it nostalgic? So I try to fit in the words, because, as I said,
Yes.
it has to be a good marriage of words and music, like a good pair of husband and wife.
Jo Marie, I'll ask you about Christmas is past. But before we go to that, let's have
A short break.
yeah.
Okay.
Magsha-shopping na lang ako! Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Hello, can I get the following? One pink chair, bed sheets, na pink yung sofa, tapos slides, size 8, pajamas na blue. Oh, don't forget my hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Wait lang. Okay ba yan?
Anything at the SM store, ma'am.
Call to deliver. Kuya, pwede rin ba ako magpa-deliver sa ate ko sa Taguig, tapos sa friend ko sa Davao, tsaka sa fiancé ko sa Lipa? Okay ba yan?
Kahit saan po, pwede kami mag-deliver.
Call to deliver. Call hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Call hashtag 143SM. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Call na rin kayo. Call to deliver.
So tell us about Christmas is past. you love writing about Christmas or songs on Christmas. What do you remember best of Christmases from your childhood onward?
I remember several things. I don't remember how old I was then, but my parents went to midnight mass,
Yeah.
December 24th, and I was left alone, and there was no more radio on, because it was 11 o'clock. Most radio stations at that time would sign off at 10 p.m. So wala na, there was no more music. So I remember going to the piano, and I began to tinker.
Wow.
Dang, dang, dang.
Wow.
Dang, 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 dang. Dang, dang, dang. Dang, dang, dang.
Mm.
Yeah, so,
That
oh,
was
by the way, I would like to see your faces on the left side of the screen, because I'm seeing like a mirror image of me there.
okay. It's
Yeah, and could I have a fuller view of the two of you? I still see a little bit of myself, so could I have a fuller view of Dina and Jojo? Pwede, pwede.
Sorry, it's a template.
Yes. We can go closer to you if you want.
No.
All right. So anyway, that's one Christmas moment I remember.
Yeah, yeah.
And then another Christmas moment that I remember is, again, I must have been, I don't know, 7, 8 years old. And again, my parents went to midnight mass. It was Christmas Eve. And I turned on the radio phono and I played a record by Nat King Cole.
Oh.
Wow.
And I remember listening to that song, and somehow that song became a permanent part of my Christmas memories.
What song is
What
that?
song is that?
That song is called Little Christmas Tree.
Oh wow, yeah.
Do you know that song?
Yeah. Little Christmas
just can't
tree.
sing it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is that the
That's
one?
it. That's the melody. And it's so much a part of my Christmas past that when I came out with my album Christmas in Our Hearts, I had to put
Yes,
in
it's
that
there.
song in that album.
Oh,
Little Christmas tree,
oh.
why you give yourself to me?
Sabay yun na.
Oh, I can't sing. I'm so starstruck right now.
So what was the most memorable gift you received?
For Christmas?
Yeah,
Oh,
Christmas gift.
I've received so many memorable gifts from my parents, from my ninongs, my ninangs. I can't pick a single one na most memorable. They're all memorable.
Did you
So-
go around?
The collective memory of Christmas gifts. I cannot pick one or two.
Yeah.
So they're all memorable, and I thank them for that.
Did you go around visiting your ninongs and ninangs? Or they just sent the gift to you?
Tradition.
No, they would send their gifts to me. They would send their gifts to me. No, because Christmas I would always be at home with my family. Yeah.
When was the first Christmas you were not with your parents?
The first Christmas, okay. I think this was the time when my family and I, meaning my wife and my children, were living in the United States.
Oh,
We lived in New York for 11 years,
yes, yes,
between 1975 and 1986.
yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, there were Christmases during that time when we would fly home and spend Christmas with my parents, but we couldn't do that every year. It was very expensive to do that.
Yeah.
So there were Christmases that were spent in New York just by ourselves. Yeah. So yeah, there were Christmases that
Isa lang kasi.
that were spent by ourselves in New York.
Oh,
One last question about Christmas. Was there ever a sad Christmas for you? Why?
No, thank God, I never had any sad Christmas. No, I'm sorry, but all my Christmases,
nice.
thank God,
Yeah.
Yes.
have all been happy, have
Wow,
all been merry, have
Yeah.
all been joyful. And that's why my memory of Christmas will
Yeah.
always be cherished.
No wonder.
Yeah, I think that's why you're really regarded as the voice of Christmas because of
No,
that
no,
message.
I'm sorry.
I know.
When you introduced me earlier, the father of Christmas music, that's not true. And I reject that title, okay? Because there's only one king of Christmas. That's
he.
baby Jesus.
Of course, of course.
You always have to remember that.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
long before I was born,
Mm.
they already had all these beautiful Christmas carols.
Okay.
Oh, Holy Night,
Yes.
Oh, Little Town of Bethlehem, Silent Night, Christmas Carol, Little Christmas Tree, May the Good Lord bless. The list is endless.
Then we'll change it.
Yeah.
The father of modern Philippine Christmas songs.
No, no. You know why? The millennials would disagree with you. Because, when you go to YouTube now, they have many, many new Christmas rap music and rock music,
yeah.
and they're all dance, So I can't say that I'm the father of modern Christmas music. No, I am simply one of the songwriters that have written a song that carries the message of Christmas.
Yes, and really, it's the message of your songs that touch the hearts. And how do you, do you base it on your own experiences with your family or with your life? Or how do you come up with all those beautiful words and melodies?
You ask yourself, what is the essence of Christmas? Diba?
Yeah.
That's why may the spirit of Christmas be always in our hearts. Let love, like that starlight on that first Christmas morn, lead us back to the manger where Christ the child was born. What could be more important than that?
Yes.
That's the message.
Speaking of love, I think a lot of people are also still curious about your love story. Tell us about that. How did you meet your wife and
All right.
your family life?
Okay, but now I don't see your face there. You're
you
back
are.
on the screen. Yeah. Okay. The year was 1965. I remember very clearly. It was December 1965, and
Christmas.
and I was emceeing or master of ceremonies of a show in Saint Scholastica, school in Saint Scholastica. And it was not my solo concert. It was a show featuring many folk singers, bands, etc., etc. And I was the host of that show. And there was a group that came to the show backstage to talk to me. And her name is Margarita Ansaldo. Margarita was with her friends,
Margie.
and she was president of the student council in Maryknoll at the time.
At the time.
She came to see me during the break, and she said that she and her caroling group was going to have a party in her home in San Juan, M. Paterno Street in San Juan, Rizal. And so she wanted me to join that party, to give cheer and to meet the members of her caroling group. It so happened that evening is the day before I was scheduled to fly to Iloilo for the Christmas holidays.
Yeah.
Don't forget, I was a student at the Ateneo, but having lived in Iloilo City, my family, my parents, my siblings were all there. And so with the Christmas vacation, I was scheduled to fly back to Iloilo. Okay? So Margarita Ansaldo was inviting me to join the caroling group party that night. And so I said, "Oh, I'm taking a morning flight the next day. But okay, I appreciate that you came all the way to Saint Scholastica to meet with me and to invite me. Okay, I will go."
Wow.
Wow.
Right?
Yes.
That's the start of the story.
Uh-huh.
So the day came. All right. And I went to their house, to the house of Margarita, 179 M. Paterno Street, San Juan,
That's
Rizal.
the memory.
Okay? So I went there and there were no cars outside. The place was dark. And I looked at my watch. Walang tao. Anyway, I rang the doorbell. And I waited, rang the doorbell. And who opened the door? The younger sister of Margarita.
And
Her name is Mary Ann Ansaldo.
yeah.
So she introduced herself to me and she said, "My sister Marge told me that you're expected. They're running late. They still have 2 houses to go caroling in. But she asked me to entertain you while waiting for them. Please come in." So I entered the house and, no one introduced us. We introduced ourselves to each other. And we were there for about an hour, just talking. And then the group came, and then I found her a very interesting person, Mary Ann.
Yes.
And she was telling me about her classmates, her school, and I was, we were exchanging stories. And by the end of that evening, I was attracted to her.
Wow. So love at first sight?
So
Yes, it
when the
was.
group of Margarita and her friends came, and so we were having dinner and having fun, and then they asked me to sing a few songs. I brought my guitar and I sang, and then I saw Mary Ann leaving because, she's younger than those people.
Yes.
And, she was only asked to entertain me before the group came. So I saw Margarita motioning to her now, "Okay, you can go now. You can go now. Thank you." So I saw her leaving and I said, "Mary Ann, please stay." So she stayed and then I sang, okay. So make a long story short, I went back home very late.
Okay.
After the party, I went home maybe about 2 o'clock in the morning.
And didn't miss your
And
flight.
I missed my flight the next day.
Okay.
What
For a
happened?
good reason.
Yes.
I missed
Yeah.
my flight. So fortunately, at that time, it was easy to rebook your
Alright.
flight.
Mm.
Not like now. You forfeit the ticket and you have to buy a new ticket.
Yes.
Now Cebu Pacific is very strict.
Yes.
But in those days, Philippine Airlines, you can rebook without paying anything.
Easy.
So I had a few hours to kill. I missed my early morning flight. So I went to the house of Johnny Noble, who was my neighbor. I woke him up. And he woke up and I had coffee with him and bibingka and whatever. So I told Johnny, I said, John, last night
Uy.
I met the girl that I'm going to marry.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
So that was December of 65. And to make a long story short, 5 years later, 1970, Mary Ann and I were married. And this year, we're married 50 years.
Wow.
Thank God.
Congratulations.
Thank God for this gift.
It's a golden year. Congratulations. That's very rare.
Yeah.
So does that mean that you're the perfect husband?
Are you the perfect husband?
You have to ask her that question. But
But
Mary Ann
yeah.
is my best friend. She's my best partner. She's my wife. She's my girlfriend, my woman, my friend. To quote one of my songs.
So I was
My
about to
girl, my
ask.
woman, my friend.
I was
We
gonna
share the
ask.
same interests. We like pretty much the same things. And she's a very wonderful person, very kind person, very understanding. And she has never said anything bad about another person.
Oh, yes.
She has never criticized anyone.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm very blessed. I'm very lucky. Thank God. And you know what else, Joe? My name is Jose Maria Chan,
Yes.
named after Saint Joseph and the Mother Mary.
Oh, very.
And her name is Mary Ann.
Yes.
And Anne is the mother of the Blessed Mother, and she's Mary. So Joseph and Mary.
It's really a
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah.
Christmas.
It's really very Christmassy.
I can see the signs.
Yeah. But do your children sing also?
Yes, all of them sing. Lisa, as you know,
Yes, of course.
she has performed in school productions like King and I, and so on. And she did the duet with me in Christmas in Our Hearts.
Yeah,
And
siya
after
pala
that-
yun.
And after that, she guested many times in my other albums. We did duets, and she even sang solo in a few of them. And then my 3 sons,
Yeah.
they all sing, they all play the instruments. Joe plays bass guitar, and piano. Michael plays the keyboard, and Franco also plays the guitar, and they all compose. They all know how to write songs.
What does Mary Ann do? Does she sing also?
Who?
Mrs.
Mary Ann.
Chan.
Mrs. Chan.
Well, Mrs. Chan, she sings, but she just never performed in public.
Oh.
So I told her, okay, just be in the audience to give me inspiration. Just be in the audience to start the applause.
How about your grandchildren? Are they also singing as well or musical
Yeah.
like everyone
Well,
else?
I have a surprise for you, Jojo and Dina.
Wala pa siya.
Give me, and of course Owen included, give me your addresses at the end of this meeting, your addresses, and I will send you my new Christmas album.
Wow.
It's called Going Home to Christmas.
Wow.
And in that album, I sing duet with Lisa,
Wow.
a quintet with my 3 sons,
Wow.
and I sing a song, a duet with one of my granddaughters,
Oh.
Ramona Isabel Bunyag Chan.
Wow.
She sings duet with me. There a composition of mine called Song of the Firefly.
How old is she?
She's now 17.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Future singer in the family again.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know if they want to be professional singers because Lisa was invited before by Universal Records to come up with her own album
Yeah.
of songs, but she politely declined.
Oh,
She prefers to be a corporate person.
I see.
Yeah.
She's into finance,
Oh,
but she still sings. And every time I do Christmas concerts, invariably I ask her to guest.
Yeah.
okay.
Jo Marie, Christmas is of course about love also. Love all the way, in fact.
Yes.
So let's talk about love because some people think of you as a love guru in the sense of when they listen to you, they get inspired, they feel love is in the air.
Yes.
So we'd like to know your definition of love. What is love to Jo Marie Chan?
Okay. Did you go to church yesterday?
Yeah.
Did you go to mass yesterday?
No, Sunday was my mass.
No. Yesterday was Thursday. I know.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
If you had gone to mass yesterday, you would have read the first reading or the reading of the day from St. Paul. And don't forget,
Yeah.
St. Paul, before he became a follower of Jesus Christ, he was a persecutor of Christians.
Yeah.
He hunted them and had them jailed or had them killed. In fact, when Saint Stephen was martyred, who was behind it? It was Paul. It was, at that time, he was named as Saul, S-A-U-L. And later on the way to Damascus, he was seeking Christians to kill, to capture, to arrest. On the way, he had a vision. Our Lord appeared to him and he became blind, literally blind. And then our Lord spoke to him and said, "Why are you persecuting me?" And he said, who are you? I am Jesus. I am the one that you are persecuting. You know, I mean, I don't have to repeat the whole story, but imagine a persecutor of Christians becoming one of the strongest, one of the most important followers of Jesus Christ. And he has written several letters to the Corinthians. Well, I won't go into that, but I have an assignment for you. Open your holy missal, your daily missal, and look up yesterday's reading from the letter of St. Paul. And there in that reading, he defined the word love.
The famous, is that the...
Okay, so that's your assignment.
Okay.
So that I won't have to become a priest to give a sermon or to give a homily, and I don't have to be a pastor today. Okay, so that's definition of love.
And you share
Alright.
that. He shares that.
That's
in
your
the Bible.
assignment.
Okay. Do you believe in early marriage?
When you say early marriage, you mean like
Like teenage?
I guess
Teenage.
the age is relative.
Okay.
Relative, you know, like to some 25 years old is very young. To some 18 years old is old enough. So it's relative. It depends on the person himself.
Yeah.
You know, if emotionally you are stable, you know,
Yeah.
it depends.
Yeah.
So I guess it's relative. I have a joke for you.
Okay.
A Chinese once told me, a Chinese businessman, he said, you know, in the Philippines, success is relative. I said, really? What do you mean? He says, in the Philippines, the more success, the more relatives.
Yeah.
Don't repeat that because I don't want people to misunderstand me, you know. But no, I mean, if they say the more success, the more relatives, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when you're successful, when you've been blessed with sufficiency, you've been blessed with wealth,
Yeah.
okay? God expects you to share your blessings,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So let
Share
them
your
come.
blessing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because in one of my songs in Going Home to Christmas, the new album that you will be receiving by courier, one of the songs there is Christmas Moments.
Oh.
And the lyrics one of the verses there said, I remember my Christmas when we went around. Daddy drove us down to some orphans in town. We gave some goodies away. Happy faces made our day. We learned that giving and sharing is the real Christmas way.
Wow. Wow.
The melody's playing in my head
Yeah.
while I'm listening to
Yeah.
the words.
Jo Marie, another question on love.
Yes.
What can you say about same-sex relationships?
Well, I'm I'm a little bit uncomfortable about that. I know that for centuries it's been frowned upon, but you know, I mean, when we are born, we have no choice. I mean, you're either born a male or a female. And so it's very hard for me to make a judgment on that because I see a lot of people now who have different preferences, you know, and I cannot be judgmental.
Yeah.
I cannot be judgmental. So I would rather not discuss that or say anything about that.
Yes.
I hope you don't mind.
Oh, that's okay.
That's fine.
Okay, I have last question about love. How do
Okay.
you deal with a jealous spouse or a girlfriend
Partner.
or boyfriend or partner?
Okay. Well, on my case, because I'm married, okay, I should not give any reason for my wife to be jealous.
Yeah,
Okay, because
I
you know,
agree. I agree.
how long have you been married, Jojo?
You mean me?
Yes.
I'm very very single.
Oh, okay. And Dina, I presume that you're also single.
No, I've been married for 25 years.
Good for you. God bless
More
you.
than 25 years, actually.
Okay. So I guess when I give this view, it's for everyone. And Jojo, I mean, you're still young. You probably have a girlfriend. You're gonna get married. Okay.
Yes.
Sir, I just had a boyfriend.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Anyway, to go back to your question,
Okay.
I've discussed this often with my classmates and friends, and many of my classmates have been separated and so on and so forth. And I always say that every day in our lives, temptation will come. Temptation will come. And when these temptations come, I have to remind myself that what the temptation is offering me is a moment's pleasure.
Yeah.
Pleasure of the moment. Okay? What I have in my family is a lifetime of happiness.
Right.
How do I differentiate? Remember I said a moment's pleasure. Pleasure comes for a moment. You have good food, wow. Pleasure for a moment. Tomorrow, you will look for another meal.
Yeah.
When you're enjoying a glass of wine or a glass of champagne, thank you, cheers. I'm enjoying this. That's pleasure for the moment. Lifetime of happiness is forever. It's longer than just a moment.
Right.
So I have a lifetime of happiness with my wife, and a moment's pleasure could destroy that lifetime of happiness.
Yeah.
So your first question is, you make your wife jealous. So don't give her a reason to be jealous. Don't even make her think or make her suspect that you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my advice. Does that answer your question, or does that create more questions?
Well, it has just created one more question. Do you think
all right.
do you think I can have another glass of wine with the same person?
Why not? Yeah, you can have another glass of wine for another person. But does that mean that you will risk your marriage for this person? Maybe not.
Yeah, but I meant having a glass of wine with the same person. I mean, the one who left.
The one who left?
Yeah.
Cryptic.
I'm sorry, your wife left you? I mean, I don't understand.
No, no, it's okay, it's okay. It's something very personal. Someone has just left. Do you think I'll have him back?
So now
To belabor the point.
to belabor
Okay,
the
well, I have a song I have a song called Hurry Back,
Ayun.
which never became a hit. I'm telling you, that is one of my favorite songs that I composed.
Yeah.
And when I wrote that and I recorded that, I was hoping that it would be appreciated by radio and they would play it and it would become a hit,
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the radio stations put it aside,
Okay.
and so it never became popular. But Hurry Back,
Is about
if you listen to the words, is hurry back and fill this hungry yearning. And well, if you're in a hurry, later on you go to Spotify
and we'll listen to it.
and search for
We'll
the
listen to
song Hurry Back by Jose Marie Chan.
Okay, we will listen and we'll probably learn a thing or two from
Yeah.
there. No?
Yeah, hurry back. Hurry back and fill this hungry yearning. Nothing else and no one else will do.
It's hard to believe that any song of yours wasn't a hit because you've
Yeah.
always been so successful.
Well, I thank God every day. Every day I give thanks for the gift of good health, the gift of life, for the gift of my family, for the gift of my business,
Yeah.
and for the gift of music. And I tell you, I have written maybe over 100 songs,
Yeah.
and each song of mine is special. Each song is like a child of mine.
Oh yes.
Equally, they're all equal. And the decision whether it becomes a hit or not usually lies on the radio station, the disc jockeys,
Yeah.
the radio programmers. Okay, they listen to the song and say, hindi masyadong commercial. I don't know
Commercial.
what qualities they're looking for. But I've had many songs, and every time a song of mine does not become a hit, you know what I feel like? I feel like a child of mine was not given proper education, and so that child never reached his full potential. On the other hand, if I have a song like Beautiful Girl, or Please Be Careful with My Heart, or Tell Me Your Name, Afraid for Love to Fade, it's like seeing a child of mine becoming the president of a bank,
Yeah.
Successful.
becoming the president of a large corporation. I'm proud of that son of mine. I'm proud of that daughter of mine. That's how I feel.
Yeah. But after today, Hurry Back might still make it.
Okay, we'll see.
You just never know, right?
So I would like you to go to Spotify and search for that song, Hurry Back by Jose Marie Chan, and then text me about it. Text me and say,
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
yeah, okay.
But I'd like to ask you one more question about achieving success, because you spoke about putting your songs out there and not being sure how successful it will be, but you still pursue your music making, your composing, so you just never give up. Is that one of the secrets for your success in business, in life, and in your music? But before you answer that, let's pause for a break.
Okay, all right.
Click, click, that's it. Never thought self-service can be this slick. Modify plans in a snap, walang hirap. It's a wrap, just tap the app. Now you can check, view, subscribe, renew. Help and support for you. Out with the Ring Ring apps or the in thing, you know what to do. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Self-service and easy to use, mas okay tayo dyan. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Instant response, no hold time pa, wala nang hintayan. Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Download the Globe One and Globe at Home apps from Google Play Store and Apple App Store now.
Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
And we're back with Jose Marie Chan, who's going to share with us some of his stories about success.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Jojo. I'm glad you're back.
You missed us. So, Jo Marie, how do you? Oh, we were talking about your success in life, in your relationships, in your business, in your music. Have you ever encountered any difficulties or challenges, and how did you cope with them, if ever?
Okay. Early on, okay, let's start with my first record called Afterglow.
Yeah.
1967. I was 22 years old when I had that record. And I personally went to radio stations from Baguio down to Davao, to Jolo, and I visited radio stations and I presented my record. It's a 45 RPM, Afterglow, and I said, my name is Jo Marie Chan, and I wrote this song. Could you please listen to it and consider playing it in your station, including it in your playlist? Not all radio stations were receptive.
Oh.
Who is this Jo Marie Chan? Okay, sige, we'll listen to it. But I doubt if they even listened to it. Okay, so they were more interested in the Beach Boys, Cliff Richard, the Beatles, and so they're local. Okay.
Wala pa yung local,
So, but did that deter me? No. Deep in my heart came out was my next single, 1968-69, and my first LP, my first long play album, all original songs. And then, fortunately, the record producer himself helped me to promote the song, and that became my first big hit, 1969, Deep in My Heart.
How does that go?
Okay, 72, can we just stop and talk a while?
Yeah.
I represented the Philippines in Tokyo, Japan, at the World Popular Song Festival, competing against 48 other countries, and the song did not win. Did that deter me? No.
Persistence.
Yeah, but it became a hit here in the Philippines. Thank God. It became a major hit.
Yes, it
And then,
produced.
1974, they gave me the TOYM Award, one of the 10 outstanding young men in the field of arts. Thank you, God. Thank you, Lord God, for this gift. Okay, did not deter me, because I always tell two more stories. 1977, I was already living in the United States, and I entered the first Metro Pop Song Festival. I submitted a song which I felt was a beautiful melody, lyrics by Rolando Tino, a professor of the Ateneo. And the song is called Minsan Pa.
Love story.
Yeah, it's a beautiful melody and the lyrics were absolutely gorgeous. It did not win. It was a finalist, but it did not win. And then, did that deter me? Did that stop me? No. Because I always tell myself, the blow that will not break me will strengthen me.
Okay.
On this journey, there are uphill climbs, downhill, uphill climbs. You gotta do it to reach the final destination.
Never give up.
So, yeah.
So there's
If you're hit and you're down, you are only down if you remain down. But you get up and you start. So the last story, 1979, I again submitted another song. I don't give up.
Yeah.
I gave another song to the Metro Pop Song Festival, a song called Hahanapin Ko.
that's
Anthony Costello recorded it.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I submitted it, and again, it did not win.
Oh.
I felt that it was a beautiful song.
It is.
Yeah, even Ryan Kayabyab told me that it's one of my better songs. It did not win. So, your next assignment,
I know that. Hahanapin ko.
Go to YouTube or Spotify and look for Hahanapin Ko by Lea Salonga. Or Hahanapin Ko. But yeah, Lea Salonga sings a beautiful version of that. Lyrics by Jimmy Santiago.
Okay.
Music, yours truly, Jose Marie Chan. Hahanapin Ko,
Okay.
Lea Salonga.
Okay. Assignment number 2 yan, Jojo.
That should inspire us.
Yes.
That should lift me up.
Yes.
Yeah, so again, I've had failures, I've had setbacks, but I always tell myself, tomorrow will be another day.
Yes.
It's raining now, tomorrow there will be sunshine.
Okay.
That sounds like a song to me right now.
Yeah. No, it's
I
inspiring
know, a
me.
song in the making.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks so much.
what about your, what is your Christmas prayer or wish for this
Yeah.
year for the Filipinos?
Yeah. The word that I remember is hope. Are you familiar with the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi?
Yes. Make me a channel of your peace.
Yes, Lord, make me a channel of your peace. Where there's despair in life, let me bring hope. Hope is a very important word in our faith. You know, we are all on this journey to our final destination, which is our glorious life with our Savior, with our Creator. Glorious, richer life at the end of our lives. We are on this like pilgrims.
Yeah.
We're on this road. So let us hope and pray that nothing or no one can lead us astray. Let us hope and pray that nothing will make us stumble and fall. Okay, so this during this time of the pandemic, my hope is that this darkness will soon be lifted. This pandemic will go back to China where it belongs. No, I'm just joking.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah,
That was just a joke.
I
no,
know.
because
Joke.
most people are saying that this virus came from Wuhan, and people are saying that someone ate some wild bats.
Right.
You heard that story?
Yes.
They ate some wild bats, and so it created a virus. So someone ate a wild bat in Wuhan. So what is the virus doing in New York? What is it doing in London? What is it doing here in Manila? Okay, so but anyway, that's a political question which I would rather not go to.
Yes.
So we're all on this journey, and I hope that this darkness, hope and pray,
In
hope
business.
that is deeply rooted in our faith in our Lord Jesus Christ. Let us hope and pray that this darkness will soon be lifted, and we will see a bright new dawn, a bright new day where we can go back to the world we left behind, to a new normal. But in the meantime, I hope and I pray that those of us who have been blessed with sufficiency, blessed with comfortable home, that we share our blessings with those in need. With those in need, let us be there to lead. Remember that the spirit of Christmas is giving and sharing.
Yeah.
That's my message this Christmas.
Yes.
Very beautiful.
Jo Marie, we're going to have a break, but
Joe,
but before that, we have one more question about the end of the year and what's going to happen. What's your, how do you say that? Prediction
Forecast?
for business, for commerce and industry in 2021.
well, again, no one knows what the future lies. That's why we have to be stronger in our faith, stronger in our prayer. Okay, but no one really knows how long this pandemic will last.
Yeah.
looking at our GDP, our gross domestic product, it's down, and millions are out of work, millions are hungry, and the economy has been disrupted. So we don't really know what lies ahead of us next year. But again, we go back to hope. We go back to our prayer.
Yes.
Let's hope and pray. In the meantime, it's important that we take care of our family, keep everyone safe and healthy, observe the health protocol, because we owe it not only to our family, but we owe it to our country.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
a lot of uncertainty ahead of us, but believe in the power of prayer.
What I believe in is the power of Jo Marie Chan's songs. So hopefully when we
My songs are only diversion.
But they inspire us.
If you go home and you're tired, you tune in to a song. Tell me your name, your lovely please. So it's a diversion. It's entertainment. But I am happy that many of my songs have carried some right messages, some positive messages that will brighten the lives
Yes.
of people.
Yes, we'd love for our audience to hear some of those songs. Di ba?
Yes.
So we'll take a short break, and when we come back,
Yeah. Hurry back.
we'll have somebody from Tribune singing along with Tita
Okay.
Jo.
Okay.
So when we come back, I'll be here.
Okay. See you.
Ang Philippine Offshore Gaming Operators o POGO ay isang legitimate business entity na nagbibigay serbisyo sa offshore gaming para lamang sa mga manlalarong nasa abroad sa pamamagitan ng internet. Ang mga serbisyong handog nito ay katulad ng casino games at sports betting na pwedeng laruin kahit wala sa casino. Sa Pilipinas, walang POGO operators. Tanging POGO service providers lamang dahil nagaganap ang mga laro sa labas ng bansa.
Bilang bagong mag-asawa, sabay kaming natututo sa buhay.
Sabay rin namin inaaral ng mga bayarin sa bahay.
Kahit kami, nagtaka sa biglang laki ng electricity bill namin. Huwag pong mangambang maputulan. Sinisigurado ng Meralco na walang disconnection hanggang September.
Estimated bills lang ang natanggap natin ng March, April, at para sa ilan, May. Dahil sa lockdown, isang tabi to para hindi na maguluhan.
Ang May o June ay actual meter reading na. Kung May, nagka-actual reading, ibabawas dito ang huling reading bago mag-ECQ. Yan lang po ang ating babayaran hanggang 3 buwang konsumo.
Kung estimated reading sa May at June nagka-actual reading, ibabawas din dito ang huling reading bago mag-ECQ. Yan lang po ang ating babayaran. Hanggang 4 na buwang konsumo, walang labis. Tandaan, kung ano lang na konsumo,
Yun lang ang babayaran.
ako po si Mateo G.
At ako naman po si Sarah G.
G?
G!
And we're back. We'd like to introduce our Tribune Diva,
Yes.
one of the editors, Miss Christina Maralit.
Hi everyone. Hi Sir Joe. Good
Christina!
afternoon.
Oh, good, nakatribo tayo.
Sir Perno. Hi everyone.
Anong family name mo, Christina?
Maralit po.
Sorry?
Maralit. M-A-R-A-L-I-T.
Maralit. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is that from Pangasinan? Or-
Batangas po.
Batangas.
Yes,
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. There's one song that has become very special to me. It's called "A Love to Last a Lifetime."
Oh,
Have you heard that song?
Yes, sir.
Very, very popular song.
Yeah. It was used in a
Teleserye.
teleserye.
Yes.
And the message there is very clear. what were the words nga? We're all just merely passing through, doing what we can do in our lifetime. We have more than one adventure to take, more than one dream to make in our lifetime. As for me, there's only one dream, and that's to love you with a love to last a lifetime.
Ganda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sana maging
So,
song ko yun.
if we all could leave something lasting behind to be remembered by, just a song from me, and then at least I would have tried. I agree, it's not so much what we have as how we use what we have in our lifetime.
Yeah.
30 years is worth 102. It's really what we can do in our lifetime.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
can you sing it?
Nakantog naman.
Okay, magjujuwet tayo?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow, sige.
Starstruck po ako.
Oh my Can you just like,
no, I would just like to share something pala. Like,
Sige.
remember what I told you
yeah,
earlier?
she has a story about
Yeah,
you.
What
because,
story? Si
yeah.
Christina.
Yes. Sir Jono, because one of my closest friends, yung mom niya po, kayo po yung super, super favorite in the whole world. But unfortunately, she passed on
A
little over a month ago. And
I'm sorry.
yeah, and her children, my friend would tell me that whenever they would see interviews of you or shows of you on Facebook, they would share it because somehow they would feel still connected to their mom through you. So yun. So you're...
What name?
Huh?
What is her name?
Oh yeah, my friend's name is Tessie Umali, and my
No,
friend,
the mother's
yeah,
name.
Tessie Umali.
Tessie is the one who passed away.
Yes, and my friend's name is Troy. So yun.
Okay.
Nakwento niya sa akin.
Tell your friend that today I'm going to include her in my prayer. I will pray for Tessie Umali's soul. May she rest in peace.
Thank you, Tito Joe.
Okay, right. Tessie Umali. I will remember that. There was a famous composer, Filipino composer named Resti Umali.
Yeah.
Baka...
Yeah. I don't know if they're related. But anyway, sige, Tessie Umali. All right, Christina, what's your
request?
question?
What can you
She's here to sing with
just
you.
wanna like stare at the screen kasi
I know, right? That's how I felt when I was just starting.
This is an early birthday and Christmas gift for me. Because
Oh.
being in the presence of the Jose Marichan.
Thank you. You compliment me. Sige, anong i-duet natin?
Ayun.
Oh, what do you want?
Ayun. How about
Christmas song?
Christmas in Our Heart?
Christmas agad.
Okay. Okay, but also don't forget, you also give me your address later, because the four of you, I will send you each a copy of my new Christmas album, Going Home to Christmas.
Yay.
And people have asked me, why going home to Christmas? Hindi going home for Christmas. Sabi ko, when you're going home for Christmas, you're going there. The reason why you're going home is to celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
But going home to Christmas, parang Christmas is a state of mind.
Yeah.
So you're going home to the basic. You're going home to the essence of Christmas, which is love.
Ay?
So, are you ready?
Sir, sige, anong kakanta?
Yun nga.
Oh my gosh, I hope I don't lose my job after this.
We'll sing a cappella.
Yes.
Sige po,
Okay.
ano po ba?
No, in fact, I thought that you were going to request me to sing with you Despacito. Hindi ko alam yung kanta na yun.
Sir, pareho tayo. Sinasayaw ko lang, dalawa ka lang.
Okay.
Ano,
Okay, so let's
sir,
begin.
Whenever I see girls and boys selling lanterns on the streets, I remember the child in the manger as he sleeps. Wherever there are people giving gifts, exchanging cards, I believe that Christmas is truly in their hearts. Let's light our Christmas trees for a bright tomorrow where nations are at peace and all are one in God.
Let's sing Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday. This season may we never forget the love we have for Jesus. Let him be the one to guide us as another New Year starts. And may the spirit of Christmas be always in our hearts.
Prayer and every song, the community unites, celebrating the birth of our Savior Jesus Christ. Let love like that starlight on that first Christmas morn lead us back to the manger where Christ the child was born. So come, let us rejoice, come and sing a Christmas carol with one big joyful voice. Proclaim the name of the Lord.
Let's sing Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday. This season may we never forget the love we have for Jesus. Let him be the one to guide us as another New Year starts. And may the spirit of Christmas be always in our hearts. Oh my God, my year is made.
Isa pa,
Okay,
isa
one
pa.
more love song. Can we have a love song, please?
Oh, love song?
Anong love song?
One of your most popular ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, please be careful with my heart.
Ayan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you start it.
Oh, no.
Teka lang po.
Okay, go.
Nasa starstruck ako, nakakalimutan ko yung lyrics. Iba talaga pala pag nasa presence ka ni Sir John.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Ano ba yun? If you love me like you tell me, please be careful with my heart. You can take it, just don't break it, or my world will fall apart. You are my first romance, and I'm willing to take a chance that till life is through, I'd still be loving you. I will be true to you. Just a promise from you will do. From the very start, please be careful with my heart.
I love you and you know I do. There'll be no one else for me. Promise I'll be always true for the world and all to see. Love has heard some lies softly spoken, and I have had my heart badly broken. I have been burned and I've been hurt before, so I know just how you feel. Trust my love is real for you. I'll be gentle with your heart, I'll caress it like the morning dew. I'll be right beside you forever. I won't let our world fall apart from the very start. I'll be careful with your heart.
You are my first
And you are my
last, and I'm willing to take a chance that till life is through, I'd still be loving you. I will be true,
And I will be true.
just a promise from you will do. From the very start.
From the very start.
From the very start.
From the very start.
From the very start. Please be careful with.
I'll be careful with your
heart. Oh my God. Achievement unlocked. To
That
sing in the
was great.
presence of,
Like a Zoom duet.
to be in the presence of Sergio.
You know?
Okay,
Yes.
I'm
Thank you very much.
Sergio, thank you so much. You made my year.
You made
my
us.
Thank you
century.
very much. Christina, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you
so
so
don't
much,
forget
sir.
your addresses.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Care of Jojo.
We all live in the same building.
We'll work here.
We all work
And then
together.
Christina,
Sir.
hanapin mo sa YouTube or sa Spotify. Hahanapin ko Lea Salonga.
Yes, sir.
That's my composition.
And hurry back.
Hurry back, Jose Marie Chan.
Yes. And one of my favorites din pala na songs ni Sergio. Sing Me Your Song Again, Daddy. One of my
Wow.
favorites ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know the background of that song? How much time do we have, Jojo?
We have all the
We
time
have
for
all
you.
the time for you.
Okay, so a quick story about Sing Me Your Song Again, Daddy. It's a song by a daughter to her father asking for his blessings because she's about to get married. I got that inspiration from talking to Sherry Hill. She told me the story about the love between her and her daddy, Eddie Mesa. So in 2 days, I was inspired and I wrote that song and I called her and I said, Sherry, let's meet somewhere. So we met inside a church, Santuario de San Jose in Green Hills. And I gave her the song and she recorded it for me and it became part of my album, Constant Change.
1999.
Yeah, so Dina, if you haven't heard that song yet, Jojo,
Yeah.
you have another assignment. Sing Me Your Song Again, Daddy by Sherry Hill, music and lyrics by Jose Marie Chan.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Songs I most remember are the songs of love.
You know, from the very start, I just knew that your pair would click.
Yeah.
So I think you have a new career.
Nako.
Yeah, I enjoyed singing with you, Christina.
Same here po. It's a pleasure. It's a privilege.
Thank
Like
you.
I said, early birthday
Thank
Christmas
you.
gift. Thank
John,
you po. Thank you po.
When is your birthday?
On the
Early birthday.
on the 30th po.
Of this
September.
So tapos na.
September 30 po.
You said
in-announce
August.
ko.
September 30.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
So,
Okay. That is a Wednesday, isn't it?
I think so, yes.
Wednesday this year. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. And when is your birthday, Jojo?
March 25 po.
Uy, same month.
March 11 si Sir Jojo.
March
Jomari.
11. So you're March 20. You're March 20.
25.
25.
March 25.
Yes.
And Tina, when is your birthday?
Mine is April 10.
April 10. You know what? My wife's birthday is April 7.
Oh,
And
yeah.
my birthday is March 11. So, the
Seven,
birth month,
yeah.
March and April.
Yes.
O, di ba?
Yeah.
Galing,
And so lucky, no? 7-11.
So, are you Aries?
Yes.
Is that your horoscope?
We're both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are
Aries.
Aries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Ram.
Pisces.
Yeah. That's right.
Pisces.
Yeah.
The fish.
Yes.
That's why I love the beach. I love the sea. But I don't know how to swim.
Oh, no. Okay, so you
So,
had a question
yeah.
about some...
Yeah, because a lot of young people have been calling, no? They of course,
They know you
idolize
because of the
you.
memes.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So, what is as we wind up, we'd like to hear from you your advice to our young people especially because it's pandemic and they're really at a loss as to how to move forward in their lives without even going to school and all that. So what is your advice to young people?
With the closure of the schools, I am concerned about the future of our country, because these young people who are ready to go to school and being unable to do so, what is the future that lies ahead, no? Education is very important because ignorance is the root cause of our poverty. Remember that. Ignorance is the root cause of our poverty. Why is there poverty in the provinces? Because they're poor. They're unable to send their children to school. So, all right, but for those who are listening to this podcast, look inside your heart and ask yourself, where does my talent lie? Each one of us has been gifted by God with a gift, with a talent. Does your future lie in medicine, in being a lawyer, in being an architect, in being a businessman? Look inside yourself. Where is your talent? And if your talent lies in any of these fields, then concentrate on that, focus your mind on that, and tell yourself, I'm going to train to be a good doctor. I'm going to train to be a good lawyer. I'm going to train myself to be a good architect, a good engineer. And just focus your way. And on that journey, just look at your final destination, and you will achieve success.
Yeah.
That's my message.
Yeah.
Very nice. No?
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So
Regarding naman your choice of partner.
Ala.
I mean,
Okay,
you know,
love
some of you are not married yet. So my advice is get to know the person better.
Yeah, yeah.
What are her likes and dislikes? Are we alike in many ways? How are her values? Look at the family background. Does he come from a family where the father would beat up the mother, would beat up the wife? Is the father a broken man, a womanizer? I mean, I'm not a judge of character, but those are very important because their family background is what will mold their character. So as much as possible, marry someone who is your best friend, someone you share the same interests, the same likes and dislikes, but more importantly, to have good values in life. Yeah.
Did you hear that, Tina?
Noted. Noted, sir.
Your best friend.
Yes.
Okay.
So with that, thank you very much for this time of being with you. I want to thank Owen for being the contact person.
Yes.
Owen?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't you peep the same way that I peep in my meme?
Oh, mag-peep ka raw, Owen. Silip-silip.
David also.
There, where are you?
Okay.
There
you go. Thank you.
David, join us. There's another guy here.
Yeah.
It's David.
Baby
Yes.
boy.
Baby boy. Hello, baby boy. Oh. So now I'll need 5 addresses.
Oh.
Is there someone else there at
Just
the
give
back?
you one address for everybody.
Just one address for everyone.
All right. But when you text me the names, make sure that you have the family name
Yeah.
so that hindi mapupunta sa ibang Dina.
Oh, okay.
Hindi mapunta sa ibang Jojo.
Yeah. Opo.
Sige po, salamat.
Thank you so much. Hi to
okay.
Ma'am Mary Ann.
Yes, I will. Thank you, and I will remind her that you interviewed her class.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'd like to thank you, Sir Jo Marie Chan.
Have a nice weekend ahead,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
and may the coming week be even better. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Positivity.
And let's join each other in prayer, in praying that this pandemic will soon be lifted, this darkness will soon be gone, and a new day will dawn upon all of us.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Amen.
Thank you, sir.
So Jojo, Tina,
Thank you.
we hate to say goodbye to everybody, especially to Mr. Jomari Chan. But thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon for Spotlight. This has been Dina Ventura.
This is Jojo Silvestre.
And Tina Maralit.
And we'd like to thank SM Store for our outfits for today. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you once again.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless us all. God bless this beloved country of ours,
Yes.
the Philippines.
Salamat po.
Thank you, sir.
Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition and press reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS users and Google Play for Android users to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarcito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just click on the link in this video to join.
Good morning, sir. How may I help you?
Bakit kailangan ko pang pumunta sa bangko?
Kung nga naman, sir, ba't kailangan pang pumunta sa bangko?
Why not get a UB app so you can do all of these without going to the bank? Bank the way you live. Union Bank.
Let's go.